I am at Charing Cross Road, and not just at Charing Cross Road, I'm standing in the middle of Charing Cross Road, Cambridge Circus behind me, Tottenham Road in front, on top of some random grape. You, just like the people of London around me, are probably wondering, Watson, what are you doing this time? Okay, so the story goes something a bit like this. At the end of the 1800s, this was a bit of a rough part of town, to put it mildly. I mean, we are in the middle of Soho, so that is to be expected, but this was an area of activism, the early rise of communism even, and also an area that needed redeveloping. So it was time for some good old-fashioned gentrification. And between the aforementioned places, Tottenham Road now behind me, because we've switched sides to try and get out the sun, Cambridge Circus, almost got the wrong circus there, just in front, which is, you know, still a very large and important area when it comes to kind of theatrical performances today, there needed to be a connection between the two. So it was time to run over the small road that was in between. The idea is quite literally, the road I am currently sitting kind of on top of is, as you'll be able to see from the photos, a good, well, supposedly 4 meters down? 3, we'll go 3. 3 meters below the surface level, which doesn't make any sense really. The argument goes that this was the level roads were at the time, and we've actually built them on top. But if you look around, you'll also notice that this road is supposed to connect to 2 others. New Compton Road, which doesn't exist anymore, and Old Compton Road, which over there, and very much still does, and is very much at the level of modern roads. So what's going on? Well, the idea is that below me is actually the service tunnel for that Little Compton Road, not the tunnel, not the road itself. There are 2 signs underneath, and that kind of gives this whole story away. The one that people point to is the blue sign that very much looks like a street sign, which, by the way, if you look at photos everywhere else, they're in quite good nick. That's starting to look really quite damaged. If you could take it off the wall, I think someone should. Yes, that is probably a street sign, but it's likely that was actually taken from the original road and placed down there. We're not sure by who, possibly by a construction worker who thought it would be funny, found it to hand, possibly by someone who wanted to preserve a bit of the artefacture of this part of London. Who knows? The reason I think it's definitely a utility tunnel though, and most people do, is the stenciled on sign just below it, also saying Little Compton Street. These were places that these signs were used for people working under these utility roads to this day, so they don't have to pop their head up and stand in the middle of a road in London, like this idiot, just to get that information.